Okay, ready? Okay, that's easy to save. Eh. I thought you had that. Look, watch this, ready? Watch this. I missed it. Okay. You didn't say that, did you? Yeah. Well done. Oliver! It's fine. It's got an RNG, so it's fine. No, I'm joking. It's not an RNG. He just made it. Dickhead. That's not it, it's fine. Just leave it. Nice. Oh shit! Oh. Sure. Huh? How did I miss that? Wait, how did I? Oh, look at this. How did I miss that? Wait, look at that.
It was my fault as well.
What?
I swear to the side something. Yes, go.
You did miss it. Oliver, you did miss it. I was on that hit it. Alexa, light off. So I'm gonna leave now. Okay, okay. Guess you're not gonna get any XP now. I wanna watch YouTube. Alexa, light on. Alexa, light on. Bloody hell, my Alexa can't flipping cooperate sometimes, honestly.
Okay,
Pisses me
I'm in
off.
I'm in the bar.
How lovely, Oliver.
All I see is the lights on the TV.
And why do I need to know this? I'm gonna watch YouTube in my bed.
That means I know.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to. Hi, stream over there. Yeah, I'm streaming. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube.
John is responsible for the methods that we use to produce the food.
Get me John, urgently.
He says, if you don't like it, leave.
John, this is urgent now. A lady has just found a pork bone in the rigatoni.
We use to give to the sauce cycle. We always added sausage,
So you're
sauce.
serving pork bones in the sauce for vegetarian. Oh.
This is how to beatbox.
That's how we prepare food for the last 40 years, and I don't see that being a problem.
A pork sauce for fucking vegetarian?
It's the way we've always done our business.
But you can't serve a vegetarian a pork sauce. What the fuck is going on here?
You know what? That's fucking enough. Had enough. That's fucking enough.
You want me to order you a coffee? Will that make it better? Are you okay? Because I can't hear you.
Are you waiting for the buffet, no?
No, my friend got sick.
Is he vegetarian?
No.
No. What did he have?
The lobster tail. And the lobster, he said, tasted funny. And the next thing I knew, he was sick.
John, what is it? The gentleman being sick in the bathroom.
Yeah. He had lobster, I had the mushroom. And
Would you
then...
like a medical assistance? Would you like for me to call 911?
Joe, pass me a lobster tail, please.
Anyone lobster tail? It's hot, right?
Why you guys are throwing up? She's in the bathroom and he's sick. Please show me exactly what you served that customer. Yeah? Please. Thank you. Fucking hell.
You alright?
Okay?
No. Chef, your lobster's ready.
John, come here. Smell it. Seriously.
Fishy.
I can smell the ammonia. Yeah, you smell that? And that's what that man's just eaten. That's ammonia. That's what releases it. The body starts to decompose. It's being pulled apart and then decomposed.
That's what makes it bad.
Joe, just clarify something for me.
We could possibly kill them.
Kill someone. And whilst we're discussing this, there's a man vomiting in the toilet now.
I can't believe this is happening right now. Feels like shit to know that you got somebody sick.
And it's the first time you've got your head out the dough.
But it's John's responsibility no matter what, because John buys all the product that we use.
Yeah, please. Should we call an ambulance?
It's just not well. Call an ambulance.
Hi, this is Sal's Pizzeria. I need an ambulance. The customer's not feeling well.
Your face is really flushed.
Oh my god. My worst fear is if anyone gets sick in my restaurant. Where's a shot of something? I need a shot of something. I got a guy vomiting. Give me something. Give me quick. Vodka, vodka. Somebody came to your house and you cooked them a dinner. How would you feel? He started puking all over the place. A guy had some lobster and he has a reaction to it. The gentleman, sit down.
Oh my God.
We just saw an ambulance come out.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Need to kill the cameras. Kill the cameras.
A month and a half.
Good tips.
I don't make tips.
Say that again.
I make hourly.
Where's the tips go?
Bonus.
Wow, $10 tip. Yeah. Nice. For you? Do you think the girls deserve some tips on it?
gonna get our...
Sir, the tip that you left, the young lady, sir, the owner takes the tips.
No.
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I will fuck with you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck you think you are?
Oh my God, Tammy's trying to hurt him.
You want to fuck with me? I will fuck
I don't
with
want to
you.
fuck with you.
Then I will fuck with you.
Oh my God, what a joke. Unfortunately, the majority of the people in Arizona think that if you come to our restaurant, that we're going to yell at you, scream at you, and throw you outside. And that is not who we are.
Is your first time? And last time, don't come back, madam.
Keep walking, mister. You just keep walking.
Every pizza is coming. You want to wait, you wait. You don't want to pay what you do, you fuck up from here. Do you understand?
Sammy?
Do you understand? If you touch a fucking, you go from here, I told you. You go. Fuck you. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. Fuck you. Not kidding you. Fuck you.
What a little pansy. Get out of here. Don't ever come back here. You little weenie. Keep watching.
Fuck you.
Give me a break. This is, you guys, I make excellent food. You motherfuckers, you all think that you can come in here and say these things. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous.
Did the customer die?
Before the staff comes in to prepare for lunch, Gordon arrives early to do a thorough investigation.
Oh, fuck. So dirty. God, when was that cleaned? Oh, God. What is that? This is 10,000 times worse than I thought it would be. Looks like lather of shit and crap. Kitchen health hazard. Bingo. My fresh lobster ravioli. Soggy. Strange taste inside. Fresh. My fucking ass. I've eaten this shit. The general hygiene in refrigeration. Oh, fucking hell. So that's the pesto I had for lunch. Just look at the colours in there. Look at that. It's mouldy.
Moore Park, California, gateway to wine country, luxury golf courses, and booming real estate. A great location for a restaurant. But the secret garden is on the brink of financial ruin.
Thank you for calling the Secret Garden. How may I help you?
My name is Michelle. I'm the chef and owner at the Secret Garden. Am I a good chef? I think so.
He's French. That's his biggest problem. He's French.
So you're gonna have to excuse my arrogance. I'm not cooking with the stuff that's in there.
When I lose my temper, it's time for you to run.
You told me already earlier you were gonna compete and they have to leave.
Michelle just may blow up and say, "What are you doing?"
You wanna push me in the kitchen? I will scream at everybody.
Michelle's arrogant. He's French. He's a chef. All chefs are arrogant.
You know what? Stop repeating, okay?
French people enjoy the quality of life a little more than the American.
I spill.
Michelle can be very, very difficult to work with.
Jane!
Michelle?
Serve that. That cannot sit.
He's got an ego the size of France.
As soon as it's ready. Come on, let's fix it.
No.
I'm getting frustrated.
The atmosphere here is definitely geared toward a more mature crowd. This is the kind of restaurant that you take your grandma out for a nice meal. It's not really the happening Saturday night spot.
Michelle is having a tough time making ends meet. I can only imagine what his books must look like.
With $200, that's not gonna pay the bills. I have about $300,000 to $320,000 in debt. That's a lot of money to pay back. This is depressing. Look at that. If the restaurant keeps going the way it's going, I won't be able to keep the doors open. I need help.
The Secret Garden. Fine dining.
Gordon Ramsay has just 1 week to uncover the problems, to devise a plan, and to turn this restaurant around.
Place is locked. Where's the entrance? That's locked as well. God. Hey, door. Right. God.
Where's everybody? Hello? Is anyone here? Who wants to sit and eat in front of that fat little bastard? Morning. Hello. How are you? And you are?
Jane.
Jane. Good to see you. Where's Chef?
Chef's here.
Okay. Well,
Michelle.
Good morning. Welcome. How are you?
Michelle, how are you?
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Well, I finally got in. Couldn't find the front door.
The front door is off the parking lot.
Well, I mean, I couldn't find it. So it's the best kept secret in Moore Park. And you've been running the restaurant for 7 years? 7 years, yes. God, and how long has it been quiet for? 7 years. Okay, well, I'll go and sit in the restaurant. I feel like I'm at Buckingham Palace. Jesus, what is that?
That's it's doily. People love those.
People love those? Really? You've got all that fancy crap on there, and yet the glass is dirty. Oh, God.
Bread is almost ready, Jane.
I feel like inviting my grandma for lunch. Could you not have got a bigger basket? I feel sorry for that poor, lonely bread roll in there. Let me just have a look at it before you serve it. Oh, Christ, I feel like saying a prayer. So,
A lunch menu and a dinner menu.
Oula. David mixed greens with sunflower seeds, dried cranberries, and Montrachet cheese. God, is there anything plain on here, Jane?
I think it's all good.
Thank you for that. Is the crab fresh?
No, it's canned.
It's canned. We'll can that one then. Baby spinach salad with strawberries, goat's cheese, asparagus, hard-boiled egg, and grilled garlic, shrimp, strawberries and shrimps.
My back kills me.
I'll start with that, please, as my appetizer.
Absolutely.
I'm going to think about...
Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm back. Ah, my god, my back completely like lost it. Like, oh my god. My back just literally just gave up for a second. Trust me, it does. Like aches for a second, and it's like, oh.
Chef's perception of food when he starts to put strawberries with fresh garlic shrimps.
We'll see how he likes it. He's a customer. Customer is almost always right.
Dear God, for all that's received, may the Lord not kill me with food poisoning. Whoa, Jesus. That's disgusting. I'll wait for the next course.
Are you done?
Yeah. Sadly, the prawns are stone cold and undercooked.
Okay. Your prawns are undercooked and cold.
When he sent the first dish back, I knew that we were going to have a little problem.
Yeah, right, just stuffing it.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you. Fuck off out of there. Get out! Out! And one more thing. Get out! Romantic dinner. More like a fucked up dinner. All three of you are pathetic. You don't care.
I care,
You're
Chef.
way behind and you haven't got a fucking clue. Can we work together as a team?
Yes, Chef.
I guess I froze. I mean,
You froze.
what else do you want me to say?
You haven't even fucking defrosted. You think it's funny? All those fucking customers? Do me a favour.
Yeah.
Fuck off upstairs. Raw steak! And he goes like this, as he's performing for the Oscars. If your fucking cooking was as good as your acting, you'd be talented, you dick.
I tried to clear my head by sticking my head in the refrigerator, but I couldn't.
Raj, move your fat fucking ass! It's all in the lift, yeah? The 2 steaks have been up and down like fucking Abby Titmus's knickers. Serve it, please! Absolute fucking useless. All of you, come here! In my fucking time! What's wrong with that?
It looks like shit.
There's no pasta! It looks like baby food out of a fucking tin. It's disgusting! From a soupy risotto to fucking spaghetti drowned in sauce.
Right now, appetizers is thinking the whole shit.
Hey, you, fuck off upstairs. Get out! I can't bear to look at you anymore. Get out! Touch that.
Shit.
Yeah, shit. Fucking right, it's shit. Did it hurt? No, shit. Fucking sue me. Hey, and look at me. Hey, because the response is fucking shocking. No one gives a damn. Now I've got raw, stone cold, fucking longestine. Raw, stone cold, longestine!
Yes, Chef. I'm gonna fix it right now. Let's get it back.
1 minute. You got too much oil.
Grand chef, take your fucking garnish back. Oh, what the fuck is that? Look at the state of that. Hey, get fucked, will you? Come on, guys. Let's draw the line somewhere, shall we? Have a little bit more self-esteem, will you, yeah? Hey, you. What in the fuck are you doing? Oh, my God.
Probably too much, Chef.
That's just a one fucking leaf. Come on.
Yes, Chef.
Dress me a fucking salad. Hey, fuck you all. You think the customer's wrong, yes? And you can't fucking cook.
Yes, Chef.
Switch it off. You, fuck off, will you? Want the gun if you're ready, Jonathan?
Yes, Chef. It'll be ready.
This is my fake advert, right? And here's me in a studio in London. The advert might be completely bogus, but the cameras capturing the action are 100% real. Can you spot them? They are here, here, and here. Through the power of technology, I'm going to bring the advert to life and give people a lunch break to remember. Let's see who's up for my game, Fill My Cake Hole at lunchtime. Right, let's get in position. You in the hat. Hello? Young lady, you with the banana. Yes, you. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Sort your hair out. Hello.
Is that me, my barnet?
Yeah, barnet. That's not a fucking barnet. That's the mess. What are you eating?
A hot dog.
This one is a hot dog, but it's got like cheese in the
Cheese in a hot dog? Are you fucking kidding me? Open it up and show me. Why are you eating something that looks like the inside of a nappy? I'm hungry. I can't believe you're eating that shit this time in the morning. It's got onions in it. It looks like a dead dog's dick. What'd you do?
Playing a band. Yeah. On tour at the moment, playing music.
You need some discipline. You're worse than the fucking Nolan sisters.
That is an insult as well, isn't it?
Every time I ask you a question, you need to come back to me with, yes, chef. Got it?
Yes, chef.
I can't hear you.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef! Who's the new member of the band? He's selling all our t-shirts and stuff. How many t-shirts did you sell last night? Three. Now, obviously the band is not going that well. I'm going to give you a chance to win some dosh. All you have to do is fill in the missing words in the names of the famous dishes I'm going to give you. You'll win £20 for each correct name, and I'll give you 5 different dishes, giving you the chance to win £100 today. Excited?
Yes, very.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, chef. Fuck the nice.
Yes, chef.
Louder.
Yes, chef.
Louder!
Yes, chef!
Don't dare shout at me.
Oh, no.
Right, here we go. Eaton.
Mess.
Bit like your barnet. Foie.
Wrong.
Pigs in.
Blankets.
Something or van.
Hot.
Something a leaky.
You mug me up.
Spotted.
Dick.
I can't hear you.
Spotted dick.
One more time.
Dick.
I can't hear you.
Dick!
There's all ladies over there.
They've had dick before. Well done. You just bagged yourself 100 quid. Spend some of that 100 quid and get that fucking hair sorted out. Buy yourself a decent fucking lunch,
I'm
will you?
going to. On you, Gordon. Thank you.
Yay.
No, fuck off. Stable either.
God, imagine working with him on a regular basis. And this is only sliced a banana.
Hey, please. 2 seconds. As if it could go any worse.
He'll be leaving with the knife in his shoulder blade.
I mean, honestly, there's not even a towel here. I asked for a towel, but
It's not a towel, it's not
Fucking
plugged in. Gordon's losing his temper.
I'm playing a trick on the audience and Frank, and you guys are in on it. But just watch very carefully because they've got no idea what I'm about to do.
And I will now peel an orange. Oh no, he's back.
Yeah, no, sorry. Okay,
I feel like I've witnessed the domestic.
hold on. Wait. Shit. First aid. Fucking hell. I told you, fucking wait. Oh, shit.
Some of you might think this is a joke. Not if you're sitting where I'm sitting.
Shit.
Ow!
Shit. Fucking hell, I told you to wait. Oh, shit. Fuck. Gotcha. And got you. Yes. Man, first of all, obviously, do not ever put your hand in a blender. And all of you, give it up for this amazing man, Ben Hamlin. Last week, a few members of the public thought they had a free and exclusive VIP tour of London's premier tourist attraction, Madame Tussauds. But what they didn't know was that I was there to give them a surprise they're unlikely to forget. David, that's got to be immaculate. Before me! How dare you! This shit looks so good. Dad! Oh shit! This is an old I'm sure she's got a different haircut now.
Babe, I can't touch it anymore.
It's so real.
I can't.
Looks real. Now, I built my career on being truthful, sometimes a little bit too honest, and trust me, that's not as easy as I make it look. So, I've come to this shopping centre to test out the great British public to see how honest they are with my new range of fake food. Let's hope they're honest with me. What a babe. People will be sampling these disgusting jelly deal canapes like something straight out of Jamie's cookbook as I watch on from a hidden location, right behind them pretending to be the automated voice of the survey. User detected. Hello. This is user-generated feedback system for Gordon Ramsay's new range of ready meals. Honestly, by Gordon Ramsay. We're not just interested in finding out about people's opinions on food. What do you think about Gordon Ramsay as a brand?
Controversial to the point of trying to be controversial sometimes. Forceful, opinionated, rude.
What a fucking donut.
Probably did it on purpose.
Cheeky fucker.
Do you own any of Gordon Ramsay's cookbooks?
I have what's it called?
Come on, fucking hell.
Star Chef, I think it's called.
Not my fucking book.
Who is the best chef in Britain?
I like Jamie Oliver.
Jamie Oliver. God.
It's probably Heston Blumenthal.
That bold-headed.
Please try a sample from the plate below.
Quite spicy.
Did you enjoy the sample?
Not really, no. Probably needs more salt. And maybe a bit more juice from the caper, maybe.
More salt?
Yeah.
It's the jellified.
I don't know what else.
Beef Wellington?
Oh my god.
No! Oh, that's terrible! Jamie Olive!
No, I knew you was gonna.
What are you doing to me?
Oh my god.
I'd say less.
Didn't like it. Get out of my shopping centre. Piss off. Welcome to you, sweet.
Are you doing like the prowler scene in Miles Morales? Like you do the sounds. That's really, that part was really easy.
Very cool.
Oh wow. Look, you see, like, okay, you know the red things in the ocean? Yeah. It's that. It's like you know that there's red, like, you know, bobbling things in the ocean. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what you have to find. That's what sound you have to find.
Very cool. Wow. Very, very cool.
So we've incorporated some of the local colours and brought them in to this boutique hotel. Callie, how are you feeling?
Amazed. Room 205 is an amazing, amazing room. It's a New Mexico feel.
And I know it's not beige, but you don't mind, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's gorgeous. I do. The walls are still beautiful, and yet we have all this color, and it goes so well with the area that we're in.
I've added colour, but there's something I've taken away. There are no more waivers for your guests to sign. Is that good with you, Callie?
Good.
It's awesome. The front desk no longer has waivers, and the new rooms are colorful. They fit with exactly where we are in this historic district. I am very proud to show people the new rooms.
I've got one very small thing to show you. You ready? Here we are. This you're going to love. That's how it is.
That's fun.
Oh my God. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Now that's what I call a pool. Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
remember, there was leaves and crap everywhere. Now, welcome to one of the hippiest, one of the coolest pools anywhere in New Mexico.
That is the oasis in the middle of the desert.
Gone is that hideous fence and replaced it with new turf and pool furniture to die for. Beautiful.
It is. It is.
People will just want to come and hang out here now, man. Man, this is awesome. The pool, absolutely beautiful. Never seen anything like it. If we don't have pool parties now, then something's wrong.
This is your fantastic cabana area. Gone is the stage. If you want to sing, Kelly, do it in the shower.
Can I have a margarita, Carlos?
I'll be serving a lot of drinks out here.
I'm hoping the business is going to absolutely kick off with this wonderful pool. Now that you have a stunning outside area, let me introduce you to your new poolside menu.
Wow. Wow.
Poolside.
So you start off with a lovely, refreshing tomato gazpacho, beautifully marinated, seasoned lovely with extra virgin olive oil. Fish tacos as well.
Oh, I'm going to eat all that.
Yes.
And delicious fruit kebabs.
Oh, this is great.
Wonderful fresh fruit. Well, we have the salsa.
What do I do with the 5 cases of hamburger buns that I just brought in? And even more, hey, what, we want to spend an hour putting things away every night and then bring them out every morning. This is what Ramsey gave the hotel. Labor, 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 labor. Who do I hire to do that? This is a lot of work. I can't.
I love
can't.
the con.
Deal with it. You gotta go.
Oh my God.
And the linens, major pain in the ass.
I do believe she likes the fact that it's more New Mexican.
Jesus, God almighty.
But Callie's Callie. Where's all my shit?
Where's all my shit? What does that mean?
All the other stuff that you took away.
What stuff? Tell me.
The tapestries. Oh, I know you took down all the grapes.
Yes.
Which it was covering a pretty big hole in that wall.
Let's show me. Show me what we.
Oh, it's not catastrophic.
What are we whinging about?
Oh,
Is
no.
that what you're worried about? Is a plastic bunch of grapes?
To hide this where somebody hit it with a table.
We can get your grapes back, and you can stick plastic grapes back on the wall. Let me show you something for 2 seconds. I want to show you something really important. Just have a look at that out there. How beautiful is that?
It's gorgeous.
It's exactly what your guests need and want. Let me show you something.
Oh, there it is.
I look at that amazing stuff there, and I look at this pile of shit in here, and you're starting to create a fuss. Forgetting that this hotel is about the guests, and you start putting the team on edge because you want plastic grapes. Here's what I'm going to do for you. In 15 minutes, I will clear all that furniture, okay, and I'll put it...
Oliver, I just had your stomach go like, ooh, like, yep.
Back in my van, and this shit here, I'll put back in there.
Get the Amazon app and shop on the go. Track your parcel and get 24/7.
Good morning. How are we?
Okay, nervous.
I told him to check.
I'm not happy about the name.
Match the chairs.
You know, and see how it's all going to come together.
Adele, do yourself a favour. Shut the shop and retire.
She has to get used to it because this is what's going to bring people into this restaurant. And Adele's sitting looking like she wants to throw herself in front of a train.
Chicken special, meatloaf, we're big hit. Now, the changes may have been subtle, but it wasn't enough. Nowhere near enough. In order for this to work, whether Adele or Cheryl likes it, this place needs to take a dramatic turn. In fact, the biggest turn it's ever had since this place has opened. It's time to say goodbye to the tropics in the centre of New Jersey. Everybody, stand up, grab a chair from the dining room and follow me. Let's go.
I was just wondering what's going on.
Grab a chair. Take...
Hey, give me my chair!
See the menus.
I don't think it's funny. Watch if you want to keep your job.
Right.
Well, I want that alligator. And you're not getting that.
Cheryl and Adele are in complete denial about this place. Nobody wants this tacky tropical decor.
They better not throw that stuff out. There's going to be a problem!
is going on.
I want my alligator!
Come over.
I had a very good feeling that this is the beginning of the end of flamingos.
Adele, the only way I know when I leave White House Station that the tropics aren't going to creep back in is to burn them. Go to the menus, go to the bamboo, go to the crocodile, go to the pineapples. The tropics are going.
My greatest fear is to lose everything we worked for.
3, 2, hold on, wait, sorry, I forgot the most important thing. The sign! Say goodbye to flamingos!
I just can't tell you how happy I am to see that flamingo sign gone.
Ready? I'm going to leave you to the expert. Thank you so much. Please do it quickly before they change their mind. Ah, look at that! Anyone for cooked alligator?
That is a good one. It feels great to watch flamingos go up in fire. Adele may be upset that she's losing the tropic, but it wasn't working.
It's hot as Florida here. That is amazing. Wow.
Is that right,
I don't want you to be upset. Please.
She is.
Huh?
You're gonna make me cry.
I am devastated right now.
A change is difficult. And sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to the past. You know that? It'll be alright, honey. It'll be fine. It's just the tropics. The 4 walls are fine.
We have faith in you.
The past is gone. It will be for the better. But Adele needs to come around.
Now, I have regrets.
So far, what I've tasted, I'm embarrassed.
That's too bad.
She caught herself on camera setting the fire.
Del City fire officials releasing surveillance pictures shot with the alleged arsonist's own camera. It all started last week. Fire crews battling huge flames in the garage of this Del City home.
We knew it was a condemned house.
That's why investigators took a closer look at how it started, uncovering a feud between the burnt home's owner and the lady living next door.
Things just, things start adding up, being suspicious.
Police noticed cameras, and one of them turns out she had a starring role.
Around it, had some lighter fluid poured.
The miracle catch, now seen by millions. The camera set up in the baby's room, capturing it all. 35-year-old mom Tila Levy turns away for just a moment. 11-month-old Etan on the changing table. The baby begins to roll, every parent's fear, and then he tumbles over the edge. Out of nowhere, his older brother, 9-year-old Joseph, catches him.
I just yelled mom because I saw the baby, and I just ran and I caught him, but I can't even carry him, so I don't know how that happened, and I can't even run that fast either.
There's no doubt that TV can be educational, but teach a life-saving technique like the Heimlich?
Time to expand your minds. It was pretty scary because there was nobody else here, and I couldn't talk. I was just in shock.
Amira Thornton was laying on the couch watching TV when she heard a strange noise from the kitchen.
She was like waving her arms.
Choking on a piece of sausage, Amira's mom couldn't breathe.
I picked her up 3 times.
Her tiny arms wrapped around her mom's waist. Then finally,
she spit the sausage out.
Mom wasn't surprised by Amira's strength.
Welcome to the gun show, baby.
Allison Anderwald saw her mom at the bottom of the pool. Tracy Anderwald had suffered a seizure. Her daughter pulled her to the shallow end of the pool, got her head out of the water, and then ran for help. Mother and daughter doing just fine.
Brock and Bodhi Schaaf were being typical 2-year-old twins, scrambling up their dresser to explore, but then suddenly, it tips over, pinning little Brock under its heavy weight. You can see Brock struggling and screaming, but Bodhi jumps right into action. He immediately tries to push the dresser, but can't get it to move. Then he tries pushing from the other side, but the heavy dresser still won't budge. He surveys the situation and decides to give lifting a shot, but that doesn't work either. Finally, with a big lean, he tries to push one more time and somehow manages the strength to move that large dresser and free his brother. Check that out again. Many are now calling him a real-life mini super kid. Mom says as soon as she saw that video, she bolted the dresser to the wall to make sure it won't happen again.
It happened so fast you could barely catch it.
Line drive foul.
But she did.
Nice catch down there.
Check it out again. The ball girl on the left and the catch. Just as that ball heads straight for a fan who was looking down. It said in the stands, likely on his phone, only looking up after the save. Online tonight, they're simply calling her Emily the Ball Girl, number 90, narrowly saving not only him, but that beer. Glass half full. That ball was clocked at 108.7 miles per hour. Just listen to the crowd.
The crowd is cheering.
Catching it, handing it to the fan. So many reading her lips when she said to the fan, "I got you."
7th grader Jeremy Witchick was sitting on the school bus when his moment came. Watch, he noticed the bus driver having trouble beginning to pass out. So Jeremy ran up to grab the wheel, pulling the bus safely to the side of the road, then pulling the keys out.
He looked like he was having a seizure or choking because he was going making a weird noise. So I just went up, grabbed the wheel, turned it right, and then I just took the keys out of the ignition.
He started CPR on the bus driver until an adult came aboard to take over. Jeremy is credited with saving his bus and the 15 kids on board.
I am incredibly proud.
So where are you guys going tonight?
We're here.
Yeah, me too. Are you guys twins? You look like just same face.
Yeah, I think Jessica's calling us, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that.
Say hi to Jessica for me.
God, look at that girl.
Yeah, can you just leave?
Yes.
Come over here.
Hey.
Alright, listen up. You need some help. I can't enjoy this club if you're so awkward over there, you know?
Listen, I wasn't awkward. Listen, they just had to leave because Jessica arrived.
Oh, the Jessica I was just with.
Have you ever been told that you look like Tom Cruise?
Oh, stop. No.
Dave.
You know, you're never gonna get a boyfriend like this.
I got you, didn't I? You literally rolled me in here like
No, honey.
You wanted it.
You don't got me, okay? You got me as a friend now, okay? I'm gonna help you get a boyfriend. From now on, life's gonna be a whole lot better. Oh, guys, I just want to quickly say congratulations to my best friend for getting married tomorrow. Yes. As you guys know, me and Lily met about 2 years ago in a bar, and since then we became best friends. Yeah. I mean, we've been through everything. Like, I mean, I've been your wingman.
Yes, he was my wingman. Tell the story.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Listen, no, I don't believe it.
Listen, I'm the best wingman out there, and that's end of discussion.
Wait, listen. Okay, so what about that guy? Can you give me a date with that guy?
That guy, I can get you a date with Beyonce. Come on. Hey, what's up, big boy? Hey, big boy. You see that girl over there? You like her? Nah, I'm not into blondes. I like Asians. Me too, yeah. Cool, yeah. That's my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend?
So, Asians are great, right? Oh, yeah. You get it, you know? They're just beautiful. You got it. You said yes.
Yeah.
All right, my guy. My Uber's here. Oh, yes. Have a good day. Yeah, of course. Step away. Wow, he's good. Got his number.
You got the number? You got the number? Yeah, I never got the guy's number, actually. What happened?
Yeah, let's, so remember that one time that you used me as, to make your ex-boyfriend jealous?
Yes.
Yeah, how did you make them jealous? Oh, my boy, that's a really funny story. It went like this.
Like, seriously, you're like an inspiration. I mean, I don't even know how you do it. You pick
So
up
easy.
so easy. Oh my God, that's my ex-boyfriend.
Like your ex-boyfriend?
My ex.
I mean, those are the easiest. Come on, I'm a threat. You look at me.
Now look at us.
All these people are rich as fuck. Okay, we're gonna work on that, but I'm gonna make him jealous.
Make him jealous.
Watch. Lele? Lele, aka my girlfriend.
Love you, baby.
Look how beautiful she is. I am the luckiest guy alive.
Really?
Say yes.
Really? I mean, yes.
That body don't look. Oh, that's amazing, honey. I love you.
I mean, hey,
What the? What are you guys doing?
We got it. This is what we like to do in public.
Lele, you called me last night.
I butt dialed you.
You text me the address.
What text?
You should leave now.
I would gladly leave if you get out of the...
We gotta leave. Don't interrupt.
Love you, bro.
Bye.
I mean,
You know...
Goodbye.
So, wait, you guys were laying on the ground together?
Yeah. I mean, I've done many things with Lele. I mean, I've taught her how to dress.
I don't think you should talk about that.
I've taught her how to talk to boys, how to get down with boys. I mean,
I'm getting married tomorrow. Come on.
it's actually a really funny story.
All right.
I do want to say that you're very smart for asking me to do this. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm good, but I do think I'm the best at this.
Right.
So let's start. How would you talk to a guy?
Yes. I go, like, hi.
Try like, hey.
I know how to do it. I'm like, hi.
Getting close, sir.
Hey.
Go like, hey.
Hey.
That one is good. That's great. We can work with that. Try a female voice.
Can I get a hey?
And one more thing. Guys really like if you play with your hair. You know, we know that you'd like us if you play with the hair. Try not to break your neck. Don't be like, you don't want to like whip him. Not yet, at least. No, that's not working. That's not. There you go. That's good. Oh, I'm proud of you.
How should I look?
Not a face. You want to be. Sit down. Like, I don't care. You never care. You don't care. But you do. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. It's personality is everything. You got that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No. Go back in. That's horrible.
No? Not even like this?
No. Just the fat. No. I'm losing faith. Do you own any other pants? Like anything else? Lele, this is. Oh, wow, that's not bad.
Oh.
That I can work with that.
You don't think it's too short?
Oh no, it's too long. You know what? I'm gonna do something. Voila!
Really? I can't move.
So if you want to kiss a guy, it's all about the hand play.
Hey, loser. Do you know where the frat party is?
No. I'm sorry.
Go back to your homework.
Ew, it's such a guys, there's a frat party tonight. What's a party? It's a